Dosha Lyfe TV back again, once more time, and a lot more times to come. So anywho, man, I want to speak on something, man. A lot of people keep forgetting about natural and artificial. We living in a natural world. Well, wait, scratch that. We living in an artificial world now, but we're natural beings. Natural beings, natural melanin. Everything is natural. Yet we are sitting there working against our nature. If our nature is natural, why are we eating artificial foods? Artificial intelligence, what I'm saying, it's the opposite of natural intelligence, which is divine. Divine intelligence is from source, from soul, from God. Natural intelligence is from mankind. Now, let me break this down. Artificial intelligence is from mankind. So, with that being said, if artificial means fake, that means fake intelligence. It's data. So let me get even deeper with intelligence, with this natural and artificial shit. You want to be a real natural being. When I mean natural, you don't want to be a fake being. You don't want somebody. You want to be somebody eating some fake food with fake hair, fake butt, chasing fake butts. You know what I'm saying? Fake lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I said fake food, taking fake plants, fake medicine, fake artificial medias, and fake expectations, fake everything fake. You know what I'm saying? We got people that are living unnatural lifestyles trying to get natural people in their life. That's not how it works. You're working backwards. We sitting there entertaining our fake self, the false self. Think about this. There's two forms of ego. You got the ego of your soul, which is your true self, and then the ego of your flesh, which is your false self. Now, if you even have an ego of the flesh, you know what I'm saying, your false self, then you're at war with yourself. Because let me break this down. The ego of your flesh can die and then align with the ego of your soul, and then your natural self to the outward world will match that of your inward world. So with that being said, if you fake within yourself, you fake outside of yourself. If you artificially living within, you artificially living outside. The ego of the flesh is the identity that you see yourself as to the outward world. And the ego to your soul is the identity that your soul, in its natural composition of energy and frequency, decided to manifest itself in this physical form, to this physical world. So the ego of your soul and its expressions, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep in mind, the expressions of the soul is art. That's the real arts. Sex, dance, singing, art, all type of stuff. If it's a natural thing from the soul, it's the soul expression. Now, the soul is in accordance with God. The soul is God. You got the DNA of the soul, which is the natural DNA, which is the word of God. This soul is what created this spiritual matrix, in which everything and all matter is spirit. You decide to eat low spirits, you house in the low energies. If you eat artificial foods all day, you're eating artificial spirits. And these artificial spirits become your powers. And they war against you. See, people don't understand that it's something called spiritual possession. When you realize that this matrix is spirit, and you're a God, the soul that has dominion over spirit, you start to gain your power back. But when you don't know that this matrix is spirit, and you think God is outside of yourself, and you don't have the power or dominion over spirit, spirit has dominion over you. You can only serve one of these two masters. Because to serve your soul is to have dominion over spirits. To serve the flesh and the ego and the desires of the flesh, because the ego is also tied to the desires of the flesh, because the desires of the flesh is to be seen as a certain being outwardly to a realm that's an illusion of spirit. It doesn't matter, because if you align yourself with your soul, the natural ego of your soul will actually build you your natural self. It will build your identity outwardly. It's levels to this. You gotta live in honor to live amongst your soul. If you're a dishonorable being, people will see you as dishonorable. People will be dishonorable to build their ego. You got parasites in meats. Keep in mind, these spirits of ego, the ego is ran by spirits of this matrix, the ego of the flesh. And then the soul is ran by directly that, the soul, your consciousness. You are the soul, that's your true self. So if this ego of the flesh is ran by spirits of low energy, then that means if you cannot shake out of the ego of the flesh, you're under spiritual possession. If I'm noticed that the person is always right and want to be seen as that, and I consider wrong one time, and my ego feels some type of way, the spirits of that's triggered in myself, then I'm going to feel some type of way, and then I might try to argue that the sky is actually purple when it's really blue, just because I'm wrong about it being purple. You got to think about that. That's what's happening with a lot of people in the spiritual community. They let the ego take over. See, what comes with the soul amongst this honor and honorability, which is tied to being honest, is humbleness. Humbleness is the opposite of being egotistical. Humbleness is, I don't care what the world thinks of me. I'm my natural self. We got a lot of women out here that's trying to get natural men, being as artificial as possible, and then wondering why nobody's talking to them. And I'm talking about like the Kim K's. I'm talking about the ones that's artificial body, thinking they're gonna get a natural man. And then they put all men in the same category. This is where we mess up. Why y'all putting all men in the same category is, if you're of an artificial nature, then you will attract artificial beings. So if I'm a man and I'm living artificially, I might be attracted to the fake butts, the fake this and that, the fake women that aren't really that, and other stuff of that nature. You get what I'm saying? And vice versa, if I was a woman and I got fake nails, fake hair, fake everything, and men are visual creatures, you know what I'm saying? I've got fake everything, and I would wonder why I can't attract a guy that's a vegan, that got good health, exercises, go to the gym all the time. But the guy that goes to the gym all the time and exercises probably eats a lot more natural. Therefore, he's naturally building himself. Now, you got to keep in mind, energy matches energy. If I'm 500 pounds, what did I look like trying to get a woman that's skinny? And I don't mean skinny as in like unhealthy skin. I mean like in shape. Now, it is possible for a big guy to get with a skinny chick. Why? Because it's the energy that y'all matching, not the actual visual. So if they're both insecure about their weight, you might see a big person with a skinny person because they're both insecure about their weight. Because it's the spirit of insecurity that they bonded on. Y'all got to think it's deep. And the people don't realize these spirits, you know what I'm saying, they house in the meat, because the meat is spirit. It's condensed in matter. So with that being said, you eating meat, you know what I'm saying, this meat fuels the desires of the flesh and not the soul. Because the desires of the flesh ties with taste, which you can be tempted with taste. Temptation, just like how the Bible would say. You know what I'm saying? You got to let these spirits in. And these spirits house in many parasites. These spiritual energy and matter, they can only house inside of matter that's in alignment with its consciousness, with its frequency of vibration. So these spiritual entities that are low in energy, that are parasites, they will house in parasitic entities like little microorganisms that are worms that you may eat. And these worms will send signals to your brain to make you eat more shit to feed them. Because you was tempted in the first place to eat it, you fed it. And if you feed it more than you feed your soul, it becomes the master that you serve. And you can only serve one master, which is either your soul or your flesh. If you serve your flesh, you're going to serve the flesh. In the physical, you're going to serve the physical. You know what I'm saying? And you will neglect your soul. And if you serve the soul, the physical aligns with your soul, because your soul is what created the physical. You got natural intelligence versus artificial. Natural means real. It occurs with nature. Artificial means fake. So like I said, you got fake hair, fake nails, fake everything did. You ain't gonna get a man that's gonna, know what I'm saying, be a real individual. He's gonna go after the fake stuff. If he's attracted to fake energy, his mental is not on the real time. And vice versa. Your lifestyle is based off of fake shit too as a man. You like to look at the fake artificial shit you see on Pornhub and all that extra stuff, and you looking for the wrong things, then you gonna go ahead. You gonna attract the fake woman. Now the problem is they're brainwashing all our people to do fake shit, and then try to make, and then we still innately want to go for the natural. So therefore, they have us working against ourselves. They have us blocking ourselves. We don't know how powerful our consciousness really is. If my thought process is natural, I'll attract natural things. If I wear the suit of a natural being, I might bump into natural things and be in alignment with that because it's representative of what my soul is. If I dress as my soul, I'm a natural person. If I dress as my ego, I'm an artificial person. So therefore, I will attract what I want based off of myself. I ain't gonna get too deep into this, man, because like I said, man, I can go on all day. But look, Dosha Lyfe TV, like, subscribe, hit the cash out, share my stuff, man, and subscribe once again, man. Let me get my subscribers up. I'm about to start doing live streams. But anywho, man, I just want y'all to think, man, and think natural thoughts, because your brain runs like a courthouse. Your soul is the judge. The prosecutor is your ancestor that's tied to your darkness, tied to your right brain, your chaos side. And the defendant is all the spirits of the matrix, because the matrix programming, the realm of light, is tied to your left brain. And the realm of darkness, you know what I'm saying, which is the mother that gave birth to the light, is tied to your right brain. The soul is the seat in the center, which is tied to your pineal. Levels to this. I know ourselves ending it, but Dosha Lyfe TV, man. Peace, fam. I just want y'all to think. Peace.